Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good 7. it's laggy. I play this game straight, it's so annoying. That was good. Uh-huh. Oh. Teammates dive into everything. Fast one. Wow, that was so awkward. I was having such a bad spell. Bias. How the fuck did he miss? What is that? Oh no. How do I not go open? Fucking worst first touching no to man. That is unfortunate. Popped it out mid. Oh well. Oh my god, I got this one out. I guess around really? Oh, no way. Oh shit! I don't know how that almost didn't go in. Why do I wonder how I do every time, like something when I flip into the ball. Oh. Didn't actually flip anything out. That was a fat thing. Go lead, take that. Headphones coming off. Oh, it's missed. Take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I don't know, when I get into rank, I feel like I get a bit nervous. I just feel like shit. I don't know why, it's just pixels. Is my camera move one closer? It's really close. So awkward, bro. You just stared on the wall. I was missed. Oh, really? Oh shit, my bad. I'm getting lost. I'm getting tired of that. These are looking, I'm just driving around. Right, well. Good view. Can follow up over 50. Oh, in? My shot. I'm pretty sure this guy's smart. I'm gonna sell in this game. That's 700 points. There we go. No, holy first touch. Oh! I'm just... Why would I ever go for that? Shots off, locking. Come on. Oh. I want to do it. I'll do it if I... Oh. GG's. What time is it? That's a lot. Gonna take an hour break before RLCS. Nice. Wow, I was not looking at the chat. In? Is he gonna? Oh. Shit, man. Oh, I don't get that. Oh my god, I did. This is a horses. I'll put these cups out. Not bad, I shouldn't take so much time. Nice. There you go. Ooh, that was close. These guys are going crazy at them. He's making me a bit nervous though. There we go. Easy. Now he's gonna turn from almost scoring an own goal to carry me. Oh, I don't really like that. But Ugh. That was basically single jump to the original. What? Why is he just driving at the ball? Give me the boost. Nice. Hit me. Oh! Uh-oh. I bet my tongue's going crazy right now. I'm so locked in. I'm just chewing on that bastard. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, what's here? Nice demo. Actually, done. Is it a bad clearance? I can't even say my bad, but I literally just put it on the plate for me. He's gonna take it. Peace down. Go. Big channel, right? You might get back in front, just a little. Nice, there we go. Off the fan, guys. Should be free from. No, I flipped too fucking early. That should be fine. Let's go with that. There you go. GG's. There you go. Oh shit, I forgot about that plus. Oh baby, we got a fucking drop opening going on over here. Good shit. Okay. Nice. What am I gonna get? Libertine. It's the big one. Give me a purple. Black is a shit, that's a black market. Let's go, baby. I keep like 6 straight. I keep like so it's nasty. Right. what I'm going to do is I am going to dip while we wait for RLCS. That's what I was trying to say. We got an hour and 25. Just scuffed.
standing, but the joke's on you. Uh-oh, who's on what? Don't tell my brothers, cause they'll spin the whole block. Will we bang everything you got? Tell them little pussies that we take the whole lot. You ain't got no backbone. I get out the trap, I ain't got a trap phone. I got P's and M's and K's and O's. They're illiterate with letters, so I'm letting niggas know. Used to give them high fives, now it's just a middle finger. Diamonds on my patty, do the bogle when I linger. They think I'm a rapper, I think I'm a singer. Catch me in the cut, I treat the chorus like a dinger. Get you stubborn fried, I'm a South boy, for some South shit. This is Chase, I say it's the scene, all that fucking house shit. I score a goal, and I do my dance, I beat a crowd shit. Heard them brothers wanna do me something, but I doubt it. Do me something then, do me something if you're bad. My mother calls me mad, but I think I'm Jack the lad. Tell us what you're working with, don't tell us what you had. I need to start my sentences, I'm sorry, may I add. You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no backbone. Uh-oh, who's on grease? Said you got the mash, but you never let it squeeze. My head's hot, my wrist on freeze. I keep a little satin for you pussy MCs. Uh-oh, who's on what? Don't tell my brothers, cause they'll spin the whole block. Will we bang everything you got? Tell them little pussies that we take the whole lot. You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no backbone. Do me something then, do me something if you're lit. My mother calls me mad, but I think I'm the shit. Don't tell us how it used to be, just tell us where it is. They never gave me nothing, so it's fair I take the piss, pussy.
Badder done. Anyway we see them, we a bang pan another one. Bust up 4 5 Nanko 1 Remington. Any boy this ballot on them in a Kellington. Bad man, you know where vibes can done. Vibes can done, we kill a sound boy for fun. Big bad man from outer England. Baseline drop, I tell you who baseline.
Badder than, bad from me bad. Where you get your badder from? Thing where me get. Coulda come from Afghanistan. They no want see this cross make me up in my hand. Badder man, you know me vibes can done. Lyrics them a fire like a bullet from a gun. Big badder man from outer England. When me lyrics start fire, watch a song why run.
Yo, walk with the rapper pam pam. From a guy this day program, shot a slam. Them say them a bad man, me a fi hawk. Which one? When we a fire shot, pull pin and fling bomb. Them dead me a fi trample them like kings. Dogs pull up on your foot and none of them no sing song. Balaclava pan face, matic in a hand. When I have time for waste with the rapper pam pam. Shot a slam me better than.
Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we.
Badder done.
Nobody before the night is over, breaking down, caving in. Don't know why, but now I'm blind, and somehow I feel you closer. This illusion is playing my mind. I keep running into patterns left behind by you. I feel like the walls are falling down, surrounding me. I feel like a healer that has found the remedy. Your gravity is holding me. Don't make me go back to before you. Before you. Before you. It's holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Black or white, you decide. So give me your all or nothing. Fight or flight, I'm terrified. Oh, and though I try, it's in my eyes. But it's too hard to live this life. So purify, I'm redefined. I feel like the walls are falling down, surrounding me. I feel like a healer that has found the remedy. Your gravity is holding me. Don't make me go back to before you. Before you. Before you. It's holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Your gravity is holding me. I feel like the walls are falling down, surrounding me. I feel like a healer that has found the remedy. Your gravity is holding me. Don't make me go back to before you. Before you. Before you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Life's for fucking life and I need a night or two to get me unwinding. I feel like I'm stuck in cycles every day. Come and get me out this loop. So just switch it up for me. It's time to get loose. If we disconnect, we ain't gotta be in line. We can redirect everything that's on our minds. Let it go. Change up your frequency and you'll see how easily you'll disconnect from everything that's on your mind. spoken, my love. I know you're feeling lost and all alone. Don't hesitate to call. You know that I'll come running. Together we can find our way back home. So I hope you don't forget. Cause you know that I'll be here for you. When there's nowhere left to run, I'll be here for you. Even through your darkest nights, I'll be here for you. When the rain is pouring down, I'll be here for you. When there's no one else around, I'll be here for you. So I hope you don't forget. Cause you know that I'll be here for you. I'll hold you tight and wash away your troubles. I'll be your counsel, what is on your mind? Don't hesitate to call. You know that I will answer. I'm in this with you, always by your side. Cause you know that I'll be here for you.
Last night was a par again. I went to the bar again, and I got barred again, and I lost my cardigan, and I lost my card again. Last night was a par again. I went to the bar again, and I got barred again, and I lost my cardigan, and I lost my card again. I really like that card, eh? I bought that for my birthday party, and I know that it's only a cardigan, but I wanna know where's that cardigan? And what the fuck is he looking at? One bomb take off his bucket hat, he's doing running man. He's looking at me all bummy and smiling. What the fuck is funny, Dan? Cause it's not all fun and games when it comes to a card, eh? And one of my best mates is sat inside the pocket, and his name's Charlie. This ain't no laughing matter, I've only had one double Bacardi. It's about as funny as mayonnaise on a bacon sarnie. So last night was a par again. I went to the bar again, and I got barred again, and I lost my cardigan, and I lost my card again. Last night was a par again. I went to the bar again, and I got barred again, and I lost my cardigan, and I lost my card again. Fucking hell, what's up with him? I've only had 3 or 4 drinks. Before I go on a little more gin, there was a cocktail, Singapore sling. He said no, and I said alright. I didn't come here for a fight. I'm not trying to be here all night, just do me a favour. 1 more pint or 2 pints of Guinness. Yes, mate, I won't come back till next Wednesday. I promise, man, 'cause that's when I get paid. Unless I make a few quid on the estate. What time is it? 10:30. I'm about to order a half again. Yo, I've left my phone on charge again. Yo, pass that charger, Ben. Last night was a par again. I went to the bar again, and I got barred again, and I lost my cardigan, and I lost my card again. Last night was a par again. I went to the bar again, and I got barred again, and I lost my cardigan, and I lost my card again.
Yeah, but it's one of them now. Apple Pay's where it's at anyway this year. Everyone's been saying it. But yeah, my auntie's gonna get mad when she knows I've lost that. 29th birthday present, fuck. Anyway, I'll stop getting on about it now.
I've been stuck in Sunday, slipping out my head on a Monday morning. Tired of all my mind games. I play along, and everybody knows that's the way that the weekend goes. Tryna phase out, ready to reload. Lose yourself in the green and gold. And everybody knows when you're boiling about to blow. Need a way out, ready to reload. Lose yourself in the green and lose yourself in the green and gold. I've been here since Friday, floating up and down, real life got boring. This could be the one place where we belong, yeah we belong. And everybody knows that's the way that the weekend goes. Tryna phase out, ready to reload. Lose yourself in the green and gold. And everybody knows when you're boiling about to blow. Need a way out, ready to reload. Lose yourself in the green and gold.
Look, phase out, reload, nearly overload. We're sitting on the throne and no one's getting overthrown. We're stepping out into the nightlife even though it's cold. You know it's cold, cause them not bad because we bad, them not hot because we hotter. We have to do it proper like a real dandada. Top boy, top girl, top team, top shatter. Try your thing but it no matter, like a rat them off his scatter.
And everybody knows that's the way that the weekend goes. Tryna phase out, ready to reload. Lose yourself in the green and gold. And everybody knows when you're boiling about to blow. Need a way out, ready to reload. Lose yourself in the green and gold. Lose yourself in the green and let's work it out. Let's work it out. Let's work it out. Let's work it out.
Lost in
I've been searching for you all night long. Now we're here alone. I've been waiting. You always were so unpredictable, but I like the tone that you take it. Oh, whenever you're near me, I can't help but get excited. I can't stay away. Oh no. Oh, tell me about game. What's the game you're dealing? But you know I wanna play. Oh no. Oh my baby. Oh, you gotta do the same word. Say the word. Oh, you gotta do the same word for me. Oh, my baby. Say the word. Oh, you gotta do the same word. Oh no. Oh my baby. I've been searching for you all night long. Now we're here alone. I've been waiting. Always were so unpredictable, but I like the tone that you take it. Oh, whenever you're near me, I can't help but get excited. I can't stay away. Oh no.
Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. 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 Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. All you got to do is move. All you got to do is move. All you got to do is move.
Said he let it ring, but it never goes through. My mind's fucked, my head's gone too. The smoke's with a man, but the joke's on you. Uh-oh, who's on what? Don't tell my brothers, cause I'll spin the whole block. Will we bang everything you got? Tell them little pussies that we take the whole lot. You ain't got no backbone. I get out the trap, I ain't got a trap phone. I got P's and M's and K's and O's. They're illiterate with letters, so I'm letting niggas know. Used to give them high fives, now it's just a middle finger. Diamonds on my patty, do the bogle when I linger. They think I'm a rapper, I think I'm a singer. Catch me in the cut, I treat the chorus like a dinger. Get you southern fried, I'm a south boy, and some south shit. This is case and status, this ain't all that fucking house shit. I score a goal, and I do my dance, I beat a crowd shit. Heard them brothers wanna do me something, but I doubt it. Do me something then, do me something if you're bad. My mother calls me mad, but I think I'm Jack the lad. Tell us what you're working with, don't tell us what you had. I need to stop my sentences, I'm sorry, may I add. You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no backbone. Uh-oh, who's on grease? Said you got the mash, but you never let it squeeze. My head's hot, my wrist on freeze. I keep a little satin for you pussy MCs. Uh-oh, who's on what? Don't tell my brothers, cause I'll spin the whole block. Will we bang everything you got? Tell them little pussies that we take the whole lot. You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no backbone. Do me something then, do me something if you're lit. My mother calls me mad, but I think I'm the shit. Don't tell us how it used to be, just tell us where it is. They never gave me nothing, so it's fair I take the piss, pussy.
Badder done. Anyway we see them, we a bang pan another one. Bust up 4 5 Nanko 1 Remington. Any boy this ballot on them in a Kellington. Bad man, you know where vibes can done. Vibes can done, we kill a sound boy for fun. Big bad man from outer England. Baseline drop, I tell you who this
badder than, bad from me bad. Where you get your badder from? Thing where me get, coulda come from Afghanistan. They no want see this cross, make me up in my hand. But other man, you know me vibes can done. Lyrics them a fire like a bullet from a gun. Big badder man from outer England. When me lyrics start fire, watch a song wire.
Yo, walk with the rapper pam pam. From a guy this day program, shot a slam slam. Them say them a bad man, me a fi hawk. Which one? When we a fire shot, pull pin and fling bomb. Them dead be a fi trample them like kings. Dogs pull up on your foot and none of them no sing song. Balaclava pan face, matic in a hand. When I have time for waste with the rapper pam pam. Shot a slam me better than.
Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we.
Badder done.
play my hand before the night is over. Breaking down, caving in. Don't know why, but now I'm blind, and somehow I feel you closer. This illusion is playing my mind. I keep running into patterns left behind by you. I feel like the walls are falling down, surrounding me. I feel like a healer that has found the remedy. Your gravity is holding me. Don't make me go back to before you. Before you. Before you. It's holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Your gravity is holding me. Black or white, you decide. So give me your all or nothing. Fight or flight, I'm terrified. Oh, and though I try, it's in my eyes. But it's too hard to live this life. So purify, I'm redefined. I feel like the walls are falling down, surrounding me. I feel like a healer that has found the remedy. Your gravity is holding me. Don't make me go back to
For you. Let's go.
before you. It's holding me. Your gravity
Yo. How long have we got?
Yes.
9 minutes. Oh fuck, I made that bit strong. Oh, it's making me shiver. Disconnect. Everything that's on my mind, let it go. We disconnect. It's the official Rocket League. Thanks for following, man. Oh shit. Legendary. Alright, here we go.
It's all about those points. For others, they're looking at that dollar amount right beside it. And a reminder again, here's the actual bracket. We made that last one up. Hopefully we're right. Proves we're really smart.
Sorry about that.
But right now, it's clear, it's blank. We got to play the games to be able to fill that bracket out. And if you want to know what the order they're played in, well, we've got a schedule for you. Look at how convenient that is. We got GK Esports and T Vitality up second. But first up, Ninjas in Pajamas and Gentlemates Alpine. Let's start talking about them because for Ninjas in Pajamas, it feels like people really aren't on their side right now, Gibbs.
It feels like it's now or never, and honestly, since Open 2, it's been never. They have looked awful when it comes down to playoff matches, and it is so annoying. I am not happy with this team at all, because in the top 32 rounds, they have played these contending teams that are here today from Open 2 on. They are 5-1 versus these teams. They only lost to K-Corp. When it's group stage, they're 3-4, but 3 of those losses are to K-Corp, and they also have a K-Corp win in there. So a very positive record outside of K-Corp. In the playoffs, 0-6 since Open 2. They have not beat any of these teams when it comes down to the upper bracket or lower bracket. It does not matter. When the lights are the brightest, Ninjas in Pajamas absolutely collapse. And I'm sorry, Nas, but this is now happening 2 years in a row for you, buddy. You were in NA last year. You were a top team every single quarterfinal playoff game you had.
Since you got sacked, keep it up, Spud.
Something has to change, Ninjas, right now.
Toxic.
This is the moment. This is your last chance outside the LCQ. And honestly, right now, like if they were in the LCQ Grand Finals and they're playing First Touch, I'm picking First Touch. Because these guys are not clutch. These guys are not clutch right now. They have to find a way to win when it matters. And this is their last chance besides the LCQ.
Wow, that was a scathing review. Any other hands up for that? The progressive fan vote.
I feel like we're supposed to try and balance that, but I don't know how to balance that without like toxic positivity.
Right.
Yeah, it's not been good enough. Unfortunately, when they have had to really perform, they've kind of lived up to the Ninjas part of their name, and we just don't see them. So it needs to be better today. They've got 2 last chances remaining. They've got today. They've got the actual last chance. But for Gentlemates, I mean, we'll just talk about them. I mean, what a glow up Eugen has been to this team. You always hear the hype, and these players either live up to it or they just shy away from the situation. And Johnny, Eugen is not shy at all. He's going for it.
Yeah, I've absolutely loved watching him play, love watching them play with him, and it's just great seeing a young player come in and seize the opportunity. It's difficult to break into the upper echelon of French Rocket League these days because the top players are so good, but he's doing it, and he's doing it in style.
I think it's good to see for them. Again, he's been locking in. You saw him multiple times in our top plays, not even just today, but days before as well. But he's got good teammates around him too, and that's a reason they're doing so well. Based off our bracket, we have them in the 4th spot here, but obviously anything can happen on Championship Sunday. We've seen crazier things. At this point, though, it does really look like, you know, Gentlemates have to be the favorite. I do see a lot of hashtag NIPs in chat, so keep those going if you're gonna back
anti-Gribs. Gibbs.
What do you mean anti? There's no anti-Gibbs.
When he's 2-0 down in a rank match, he turns into Gribs.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde just transforms. But yeah, it interesting too for ninjas. I mean, oftentimes we've seen them in a facility together, but it's not happening today. So I wonder if that's going to affect things. Maybe this was a choice they made. They feel a little more comfortable here, but we have to throw it into predictions. Let's make it real. Based off what we saw before, our bracket, it has to go one way here, but I'm wondering if anybody is going to step outside on their own personal predictions.
There's no way anyone
Gibbs,
would do.
why do you have a really
Jamai's
And I
winning
do.
right now. We have this scathing review Gibbs gave. I'm sure he's predicting Gentlemates.
Yeah, like obviously picking Gentlemates. No, but I am down 2 in the prediction contest for the year, and honestly, the ninjas have potential, and that is why I am so annoyed at them. I am so annoyed because they can beat these teams. They've shown. Pretend it's Friday, all right? Pretend it's Friday, ninjas, and you can win this. I'm going ninjas. Let's go.
Okay, Chad, if there are Gibbs haters in chat now, I understand.
Yeah, this is not. No, this is blatant metagaming by Gibbs, and I hope it backfires because I'm behind by 1 in the prediction contest. So that would be a nice way to tie it. If karma is real, then Gentlemates win this.
Yeah, Shogun, I don't think there's much more to say besides like Gentlemates realistically should have this one. There's some fans in chat, but I think it does look like this is the team that should walk away with a win.
Yeah, season-wide history says Gentlemates should probably be winning this. Rocket League history says NIP somehow win the entire regional, so we'll find out.
Well, you guys came here to watch some Rocket League. So let's get off the screen and watch some Rocket League. Our first best of 7 here on Championship Sunday. The last European qualifier before we head to Raleigh. Ninjas in pajamas, Gentlemates. Let's head it over.
Such a shame I only get to watch the series tonight.
I'll tell you what, nothing beats everything coming down to the final Championship Sunday of the online season, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a cracking day of Rocket League. Your first best of 7 coming right up here, game 1 by Progressive, and I am looking forward to talking to Gibbs.
Playoff implications are absolutely huge here to make it to the major. Gentlemates obviously tied for the last spot. Ninjas need not 1 win, but very likely 2 wins, if not all 3, to make it. So we'll see how this all pans out. But for Ninjas in Pajamas, we talked about their playoff record. Not a good team against these top contending teams since Open number 2. But it's now or never. And we've said this all year for them, but maybe finally they're truly against the wall. And let's see if they can make something happen.
Yeah, what a matchup. 2 teams that have promised so much and yet to really deliver. In NIP, I'd say Gibbs are at the forefront of that. A team that we're all kind of predicting to be the team to make the major, but not right now. I mean, could this be their day? Well, Itachi says yes, if he's not on the Roadhog, apparently.
Just dial that clock back. 2024 MVP Itachi getting the job done here. This is what we need from Ninjas. We need Itachi to lead these boys to victory, and that's a great start for them.
And interesting as well, Gibbs. I know that you're metagaming those predictions. I'm glad that Paul's called you out as well. The NIP prediction. I feel like Gentlemates yesterday looked fantastic. A real 3-man machine. All 3 players firing. NIP, they look really good when they're losing, which is probably not the best position to be in. But so far, this is a really nice start. Oski almost with another opening. And yeah, they need to really fire. They need to put in their best day of the year.
Yeah, you said it best. It's like Ninjas in Pajamas is the best team down 3 goals. They're the best team like in the entire world when that happens, but they have to play like that when they have a lead. So we'll see if anything's changed over the last 24 hours. But Eugen has a chance here by himself, going for the flipper set over Wodowski. Will have volley right off the crossbar, and Nass will charge up, trying to get the ball out. But Juicy will keep it alive. Itachi turns it away, and we got some offensive pressure here for the mates. Get some bumps into Seiko. Low shot, but Nass
go on the bump
to turn it away.
It was a slow start yesterday for Gentlemates, dropping the first couple of games, and it really took Eugen to be that guy for Gentlemates to get the team going. And once they fired, once they started really motoring, all 3 of them were online. So I'm looking at Eugen to be the player for Gentlemates to get them going. Here he is right now. Opportunity to work it across the Seiko. This time leaves it for Juicy. Trying to get things to really work at the moment, but it is a slow build-up. If it's Gentlemates, Seiko, that's nice speed. NIP really want to be holding on to this lead. You can see the bumps coming through front post. I like these from the Gentlemates. Eugen trying to control proceedings. Have had a bit of pressure so far. Let's see if NIP can batten down the hatches.
Yeah, so far, Mates are doing a good job with the offense possession, but Ninjas as well. You have to credit them. They're trying to get demoed out, but they're avoiding those demos. No real scoring chances for the Mates over these last 2 minutes of possession. And now the counterattack comes out. And
2-0.
the goal. The give
Oh
and
my
go
God.
to Oski. This is perfect for Ninjas. This is
Might be
exactly
doing
what
it.
they
I
want.
might be
Some
doing
good
it.
defense, sound defense, no scoring chances. Your first chance on the counterattack, you capitalize, you're up 2.
Yeah, we see it so often. You push too hard down one end, you get punished in transition, and Juicy just took a terrible 50 there. Low boost in the midfield, but completely dunked out of the play. And NIP will absolutely take this start against one of their major rivals at the moment. Oski, let's find the clear. 2 minutes to go, and
It's actually still on the Fennec.
Yet to trouble the scorer. Not the start that they'd be wanting here on Championship Sunday. Juicy's able to clear downfield, but I'm liking this from NIP. There's certainly a team that needs the confidence, because they seem to only play well when they've pretty much got nothing to gain anymore. So the best possible start is required.
Yeah, the scoring chances really aren't coming out for either team right now, and I think Ninjas will absolutely take that when they're up 2. Very slow game for the Mates. They're trying to create this offensive presence, but they're not getting anything out of it right now. There was one shot off the post, and besides that, there hasn't really been much. So Ninjas will take the slow game when they're up 2. Oski tries to throw it on net, Juicy throws it to the side, but the Mates just have to find a way to not only get onto offense, but connect with those demos that they are trying for to open up those scoring lanes. But right now, it just hasn't been working.
A couple of quality chances through demos, and right now to NIP just with one more shot, but 2 goals to 0 on the board as Juicy's done really well to dodge the demo. He's found the low 50, got to find an opening, they've got to get one back. They're giving themselves a chance. Gentlemates on the board.
We talk about demos are always good, but low 50s are so sweet when you just overpower someone. Nas had full boost. Juicy's like, I don't care. I'm just going to challenge you low. Wins it out against the 1v1 specialist. And there you go. Mates are right back in this game. And based on their pressure that they've had, they can definitely tie this up quick.
Yeah, there's time. They've certainly bought themselves plenty to work back in, and perhaps just
They're back in. Jesus Christ.
10 seconds.
Nice.
And they put 2 straight away. It's Eugene, the man we're looking for. Seiko over the top. Gentlemates online.
Eugene, that is absolutely huge. The kickoff works for the Gentlemates. The threat is always there, and that 2-goal lead is erased in 8 seconds or so. So Ninjas, we talk about a momentum, and they have to be confident. This is not a good start for them if they lose this game 1.
Yeah, this is just the pain that we see Cole and Stumpy experienced every single European weekend for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. They promise so much. You see the potential. Could have been a 2-0 start. Instead, it's game on again. 30 seconds to go in regulation. Oski clears it across to Itachi. He needs to control this off the roof. There's plenty of support around him, but Seiko's going to take the low 50. Right now, it's Gentlemates pushing the pace, and this is what can happen, Gibbs. You play a lot of defense, but as soon as you give up a couple of goals, it is the other team with all the pressure, but it could be the NIP with the last chance. Oski has to get the clear. They want overtime, I'd say, right now. Pops it up. Itachi with the redirect. Maybe one last with Oski front post, but Gentlemates looking to put this one down. Seiko finds the clear. The whiff comes through.
Here we go.
Wow.
I don't know what happened there. Nas had Itachi wide open for an infield pass, and instead he tried to redirect it towards the net, and he just popped it up into a very weak pass.
NIP need this game if they want any sort of win.
Ninjas did not get the goal there. The Mates will take that. They got away with 1. See if they can counter here. Seiko with a far shot. Itachi, just the heat check, will do well. On 2, on 3 challenges. Back to back to back. But the ball pops out. Seiko gets the quick shot.
Ooh. Unlucky.
Game 1.
That is a heartbreaking game 1 for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Gentlemates completely stole it.
Thought they had it, to be fair.
And it was the opposite of what we saw yesterday. This is a problem with NIP. You think you know them. You think their last minute of Rocket League is their best minute of Rocket League when they're down, when they're behind. But that time, as soon as we saw 1 minute remaining, bang, 2 goals for Gentlemates, and they win the OT, stealing. I mean, just hope. Stealing hope.
He's end right now. As in,
you couldn't
not the
draw
player,
this up worse for Ninjas. They have a 2-goal lead. They give that up.
Matter.
They have a play with 3 seconds on the clock, and they get a bad pass, so they don't capitalize there. Then they lose in the overtime. when you're the
I
team
thought
that
we
has so
would've
much
won
to
that.
gain. Well, both teams have a lot to gain here, but Ninjas were like, we need momentum. Mates have momentum from yesterday. Ninjas do not. And to falter there, I would not be surprised if this just turns into Mates 4-0 at this point. I hope for the Ninjas' sake they can make this a match, but that is a heartbreaking loss in game 1.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far as to a 4-0, but my goodness, if Ninjas in Pajamas aren't the Shopify Rebellion of Europe, I don't know who they are. This is just painful to watch. They are just promising so much, but just cannot deliver at this point. But it's only game 1, Gibbs. It's only
To be fair, I think Ninjas in Pajamas have a little bit more promise. It's okay, I get it. You have to plug your team once in a while. That's fair, CJ. But Mates looked fantastic yesterday. Slow start. I feel like it was a slow start here as well, but they still found a way to win game 1, which is absolutely
roasted
huge.
him
So
all
even
through.
though they began slow, they still get the victory. So I think the favors lie in the Mates' hands. They look very favorable to win this match, but it's Rocket. So every 5 minutes is different. We'll see what Ninjas can do here.
It's Rocket League, and so far, we have witnessed NIP at least start well on Championship Sunday. The first 2 goals of that game, they just...
Don't know how I
Certainly
did that.
online now. We saw, as we mentioned yesterday, once the floodgates opened for General Mates, they just got better and better and better. And we saw Juicy and Seiko online. So this is a big game right here for NIP.
Subidowski can get the pass down to Nas, just not close enough to him. Eugene will break that up, and Gentle Mates trying for the slow clear. Eugene can't get it around 2, though. Itachi doing a great job with his mid-game challenges. So we'll see if he can continue that. Oski with full boost will just take it down.
Sidewall?
Mates are fine with that. A crazy
That'd have been
redirect.
peak.
No one's expecting that, so no pass available.
Still pressure from NIP early. Which is what you want to see. No press, Gentle Mates. Huge with no boost. And is it early shot on? Seiko able to redirect. Juicy with an early break jump. He's actually
Fucking
going to
hell.
get the touch, but Itachi
He's up
first
for
on
about
the scene.
45 seconds.
Not in the hog today.
50?
Might disappoint a
Any
few,
follow-up?
but
Nope.
won't disappoint Garrett G. He's sick of seeing it. He wants to see the major champ back in the Fennec, the car that brought him so much success. Here's the pop. Itachi down the line. Gentle Mates really backing off here, Gibbs. Happy to just sit in there. This could really come out to bite them. Seiko, little
Double.
delayed touch from Oski. Can he find the flick? No.
Unlucky.
Doesn't get bumped off at that time. Still pressure though. Gentle Mates
Goal.
completely under the pump. Surely the first goal, and there it is.
Yes,
And that all began with Itachi again going down that wall, winning challenges, creating some offense, and then it was
Good
just
shot, good
peppering
shot.
that net.
That was kinda nuts.
On the Mates side until we finally got that shot available for Oski. So well done for Ninjas, but like Itachi has been doing such a good job on low boost, winning those challenges in the midfield to create these opportunities.
Gentle Mates just looked too relaxed in defense then. They were just pretty happy to sit in net and pretty much lulled into the first goal. They need to find a way to get out here. This could be the great chance. Seiko across, but
This bloody webcam.
this 2-up, 1-back offense is not working so far for Gentle Mates. They need to really incorporate all 3, which is what we saw yesterday. It was a 3-man offense that kept pressure on, but I think it's a confidence thing at this point. They're not quite feeling it, which is a good sign for NIP.
Yeah, like if you're going to play that passive defense, then you have to win those
Time.
challenges, and they're just not doing that.
What a fucking shot, let's go.
Opportunity, he's going to make him pay.
It's just such limited boost as well to work with once he got the flick. I mean, he's just sitting with his last 10 and finds the redirect, flicks it on, reverse flick over the top of 2.
What a finish.
And I don't want to get too excited just yet, so I'll just say things are looking okay for NIP.
I mean, Ninjas have figured something out. Yesterday, they were the greatest team ever with 1 minute to play, but the worst team for the first 4 minutes. Now they're looking, very good in the front half. They just got to figure out that back half. And again, this has always been the frustrating part for Ninjas. We know that they can beat these teams. They've done it so many times before. It's just when it matters, they find a way to lose. So hopefully they can hold on to the city. Nas again has a little bit of space. The ball spills out. Oski will take over against Eugen. 50-50 goes to the side. The Gentle Mates will take possession, but Itachi again getting in the face of people, even with 0 boost. Just trying to create challenge after challenge.
I just love that the idea that NIP had a team meeting after yesterday and Snasty's gone, boys, look, obviously we're finishing games fantastic, but we need to start better. And then he said, hang on a minute, what happened to the end of our games going into Champ Sunday? They've completely flipped the script at the moment, but This is a really promising sign. As I say that, it's big trouble for NIP. Seiko's trying to staunch everybody. Oski is able to carry it out. They almost capitulated once again on defense, but they survive. Still worried about that final 60 seconds. We got 90 on the clock.
But credit to Itachi again. Zero boost. He got bumped on the first play, makes the save. Then he has to get the 50-50 on the goal line to not go into his net, and he made it happen. Here he goes again, taking over possession. Nas can't win the race against Eugen. Just jump back down and try and play it slow. And again, Ninjas, I'm not sure how they should play. Should they play their full offense? Should they try and waste clock? I feel like they can't waste clock because they don't know how to. So I hope that they continue with their offensive pressure.
Oh, here we go. Juicy, what's happened again? When you hit that fateful 1 minute mark on the clock, NIP go to sleep. First goal to Gentlemates.
Eugen, great low challenges there. Oski did a weird flip as well, so he got beat immediately. Eugen beats two and gets the pass out. Great play by him. And Gentlemates, here we go again. Only down one. Here's the kickoff. See if it goes their way. Juicy gets the boost and the ball. He's got space versus Itachi. Goes for the late challenge, cannot get it towards net. Eugen tries to get it midfield, cannot do it. Itachi will clear, and Seiko and Juicy. Juicy going up yet again, looking for those bumps. Those bumps are not connected enough.
Well, here we go. Buckle up, Ninjas fans. I saw someone in chat say if they blow another 2-goal lead, I'm not watching anymore. So I'm going to be sticking to right now. 30 seconds on the clock. Gentlemates pushing forward. Can it be a rinse repeat? It's a poor 50. Itachi comes up clutch this time. 20 seconds, still Gentlemates looking to put the foot down. The clear comes through. Surely someone's back in time. Seiko right there. Nas, can he find the double? Can they find breathing room? They need to tie this one up. Itachi just needs to play solid rock. Final 7 now. The shot. Oh, I thought they might have given an opening. Nas is there, though. Surely they can call it down. Surely they can find the ground. NIP 1-1.
And you got to credit them. Yes, I know they collapsed in game one. All the momentum is on the mate side, but they found a way to get back into this match. They could not have gone down 2-0. They go down 2-0. Like, I don't think a timeout is going to help you at that point. So, well done for the Ninjas. Right back in this match. And again, we expect them to be able to compete against these teams. It's just they find a way to falter. So, we expect it to be close. They just got to put it together for 35 minutes, right? That's really what they got to do. We'll see if they can do it here. They get the win. The last minute was a little shaky again, CJ, but they pulled it.
Yeah, I suppose they got to put it together for 35 minutes, but also probably about 5 hours as well here on Champ Sunday. They need to make an absolute run, but step by step, you know, stepping stones along the way. And, you know, just getting the first game on the board against Gentlemates is huge. And if they lost another 2-goal lead, that might have just been series over right there. Major hopes over. But right now, they're right in this series. And, I mean, 11 shots to 4. You can see it on the scoreboard. They had the pressure. They deserved that victory. They're looking like the better team overall.
It's still a lot of pressure on both these teams. We talk about Ninjas, but Mates as well. They're out of that World Championship race right now. And if they don't qualify to Raleigh, the only way in is through the LCQ. So it's also a must-win for them. Because right now they're tied for 4th. They could still play tiebreaker at the end of the day, even if they lose this technically, but they need a lot of things to go their way. So they would rather just put it in their own hands, make it to a grand finals, and get there by themselves. So huge pressure on both teams. Who's going to make the play?
No excuses for either team now. 2 games in, tie series, and both teams looking warm and ready to go into this one. The best of 5. Seiko throws it up, doesn't find the double. It's a nice fake to Eugen, and that is the first time we've seen Gentlemates score first.
Talk about ice. Seiko, we know he has ice. This man is emotionless, and he comes out with a big pass out to Eugen. Great low near post shot as well. Great placement. Gentlemates get the early lead for the first time this series.
A fairly simple play. They just saw the free backboard, popped it over the top of the first man, and the fake was huge from Seiko. He really grew into his own yesterday as the series went on. We're seeing it again. Perhaps it's the old boy. Just needs a couple of games to get going. And Itachi, speaking of veterans, speaking of major champs, gets the job done down the other end.
They're sleeping on defense. Juicy turned upfield. No boost on either defender. And Itachi's like, I don't need boost for this redirect. It doesn't matter for me. He's catching mates sleeping. Ninja's tied up.
Oh, this one up. Double kickoff comes through. Seiko eats both and finds the demo. Goodness me, that's a nice response. Nice counter to the strats from NIP. Eugene with a reset double. Finds the touch, but Nas ready for the save. Really heating up now this game. Like seeing the kickoff strats come through. Seiko doesn't get the skim. Was mighty close. Both teams now really unleashing. Showing all they have in their arsenal. Here is Seiko. Doesn't get the touch, but I do like this play so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Gentlemates. I know you're an NIP believer, an NIP fan, Gibbs. I think Gentlemates so far just had the advantage.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like, if you watch that pre-show of Ninjas in Pajamas. But I think the two key factors here, to me, as we get another pass in, top right corner, Seiko, brilliant shot. That was the only place he could put it.
Thought he missed.
Great infield, great shot.
I thought he missed. I thought it was wide. It was just centered, millimeter perfect, off the bar and in. That is what you expect. The shooting from Seiko yesterday was outstanding. He's found it again here, Gibbs. Forget about your team. The Gentlemates are on.
We talk about the ice again. We know with Seiko, this man just knows how to win when it matters most. So we'll see if he can keep up this shooting prowess. But I feel like it comes down to the Nas versus Eugen. Whenever one of those players has space, what can they do with the ball? And we'll see if the other team can try and not allow that to happen. As Seiko's got some space going to the ceiling. Nas, though, unlimited boost, finds a way to challenge, though. Well done for him. Eugen trying to get the redirect back mid. No one's available anyway, so Itachi will take over. Gets demoed for his cause there, and Seiko will just throw it right back to Juicy on 50. Gonna get anything done, throwing it with a 50. Itachi will clear, but Gentlemate's got some offensive pressure here.
Yeah, feels like they found their three-man offense again. They're really working and just kind of throwing themselves at the ball. I like the confidence just to attack, and right now outpacing NIP. Which has been probably my biggest criticism of this team, of the Ninjas, is they just feel a little bit methodical and almost a little bit too methodical in a way. They just, sometimes you kind of just need to make some bad challenges either way. Just put some pressure on. Just know that you just make the opposition concerned about what you're going to do, because if you're trying to set up the perfect play all the time, it just becomes a little bit stagnant. That's been what we've been seeing at times.
At defense, obviously, a lot easier than threes, I feel like. So even if you're trying to do this perfect play, like if the defender makes a good play, it's already over. And that cancels out usually two of your players, so not good. But Oski gets over a couple here, so Juicy's got to throw it away. Itachi, not the greatest first touch, but he makes up for it with the flip reset, tries to get the double off the wall, almost turns around that ball, but just wide.
Yeah, he tried to land on it, just couldn't quite squish it on the redirect into that bottom corner. You see Eugene cutting across. This has been a big swing in the terms of pressure. Gentlemates with 6 shots. NIP just 1 shot so far. 3.5 minutes of rock. This is a great chance though. Oski with the shot on. It's far down and off. Is there a follow? It's got to be Nas, but not in time. And Itachi with 0 boost. Won't be able to create a solo play. Can keep pressure on because Juicy carries it all the way across. NIP with a nice chance, but they've just let it go to the wayside.
Yeah, well, Ninjas don't have a ton of shots. They're starting to collect them now. The last minute of play, it's been on the orange half this entire time. So they got 2 scoring opportunities there. They've got to capitalize on one of these. Again, Itachi, that midfield game, beats out 2 on the challenges, opens up the door for Nas, who gets the double tap around the last defender.
All of a sudden, Gentlemates, the defense just disappeared, and NIP put the foot down. No response on the other side of things. Well done from Nas, just finds the double. Behind the last defender, but I'm just not sure where Gentlemate's defense went.
It just feels like they were like, we have to challenge Itachi, and 2 of them just flat out lost. And then there was just 1 man back, so he was confused by the 2 losses as well. And Itachi, again, credit to him. His midfield challenge game has been perfect throughout the series.
Huge equalizer there. The go-ahead game of the series. 50 comes through. Oh, it's great positioning from Itachi. Had to be worried about Seiko. Juicy gonna turn around and take a better 50 than he liked there as Itachi up, reset. Juicy finds the clear. NIP finding what we saw yesterday from NIP really online in the last 90 seconds of this game. That's a huge beat. It could be open. Itachi's got 0 boost. He throws it on. That shot probably could have been a little bit more patient. Nas with the clear this time. NIP can find their way out. 10 seconds left. Do we get another overtime? Oski Throws it off the wall. 50 comes through. Juicy downfield. Eugene's just lurking. Can he find the bump on Itachi? He has to dodge. Has to jump. Seiko last chance. Close double. It's a fake to Juicy near post. Popped up. NIP just surviving.
And they kept it up, trying to get the counterattack here. It will not happen. We go to overtime. Let's see how this kickoff goes.
Kickoff in store. It's just going to be a regulation off the corner. The demo comes through, though. Juicy gets a one-on-one with the last man. Oski insta challenge. Does well there for NIP, and the bump will give space. Itachi's got around everyone. Just got to rip it across net now, over the top of the last man. It's Nas with the shot. Eugene able to make the save. This game's heating up.
Ninjas, lots of pressure. They got to win this game. It feels like it has to be them this last half of the game, and now all of overtime. It's been in the orange half, but no! The third man gets beat on an easy dribble pass from Eugene to Seiko, and the Ninjas collapse.
That's just a rare mistake from Oski. He missed it by a mile. I'm not sure what the challenge was for. He comes in last man, throws himself at the ball, and gets completely dusted. It's just so early in the overtime as well, Gibbs, to be throwing the kitchen sink at the offense. That's costly there for NIP.
Man, it just feels like, all right, it's a 2v1. I know it's going to be a 2v1, so he's already in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Played the guessing game. Maybe he thought they had more boost. Both of them really didn't have a ton of boost either, so could have maybe played a better play. I think, but for Oski, he was worried more so about the 2v1, about the bumps, and the only way to counter that is to challenge immediately, right? He just got skied out, but he took a bad angle on it. So, yes, it's his fault, but at the same time, his two teammates just left him on an island, right? So, Junglemates get the job done. Again, though, these close matches, both these teams so incredibly good. This is going to be a great series.
Yeah, it's a play there from Oski where if it comes off, you're applauding his aggression, but if it doesn't, you're thinking, what on earth happened? But when you're doing the replay analysis later as a team, you're probably blaming second man there because you've basically challenged for nothing and you've been beaten for free. And as you said, you've left your last man in the 2-on-1, which is pretty much the biggest no-no in 3v3 Rocket League. But I still think Oski came at a really poor angle for the challenge.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Costly.
But now Ninjas are down 2-1. We've seen them bounce back already in this match. They can definitely do it again. I did feel like that back half of the game, oh boy, they were playing well. I almost cast a curse them there. So Oski with a big miss. He's got to just reorient himself. He's had 2 bad plays in a row, so he's just got to bounce back. But Ninjas have shown that they can.
Absolutely. Can step up here, and they could get it. Well, I was trying to say they're about to get double fake, though. Luckily enough, we're able to clear this one down the line. You see Gentlemates mentioned just how they look to get better and better, and Seiko shooting has been at the forefront of this series so far. Nas does get bumped off the ball. He's still able to wall dash his way through. Tachi worried about the third man challenging this time. There's the bump. The demo comes through. Luckily enough, Oski is back in time, but Ninjas right now looking a little bit rattled off that overtime loss.
Yeah, but they haven't given up a goal, so it's okay to be rattled as long as you keep the game scoreless, right? And now after the first minute, they're probably right back in it. Probably those nerves are gone after that loss. Let's see what they can do. Nas has some space here, trying to get something done, but Eugene, great defense there. Juicy will take over, trying to get around Oski and Itachi. He does get the tip over, but there's a third player there in Nas. So Itachi will turn right back around, and Ninjas back on the offense.
Yeah, clinical defense from Gentlemates so far. Love the pre-jump from Eugene, but he's given up the ball. Lucky enough, this 3-man offense is coming through. Eugene's got to go for the double. Instead, it's a fake. Juicy has to have a 1v3 now. You can see all of NIP setting up in front of net. Has come at us. As Seiko finds the reset, immediately rips, and he's found the shot. Actually, I didn't think that Eugene was up, but you mentioned 3-man offense. They are looking super aggressive at the moment, Gentlemates. Could cost them down the other end. That's the only question.
Yeah, now Ninjas has Oski and Nas both looking for some demos and bump plays. They both did not connect there, so maybe Ninjas are going to try and get more physical as this match goes on, but they haven't been able to capitalize on that just yet. But they do take over possession again, back in the orange half, and we got a scoring opportunity off the bar. Golden opportunity wasted.
No! I don't know, did he realise how open it was? Seiko just completely left the ball. Like, he had no idea, he had no teammates. It was a wide open shot. He was done to a dinner with 0 boost. And here's another chance gone wide by Itachi. He gets the redirect. Juicy finds the clear. NIP has absolutely blasted the crossbar, but they're still on offense. Reset. Itachi doesn't find it to land, but that was a golden opportunity, Gibbs. But luckily enough, they're still finding pressure.
Yes. When you miss a golden opportunity, as long as you can keep the ball, then it's okay. So far, they haven't really lost control just yet. We'll see how this challenge goes. They still keep control over this past half minute. So if they can eventually score because of that, they won't feel too bad. But it looks like Eugen finally breaks that up, and Gentlemates will take over with Seiko versus Itachi. Gets over one. Can he get the bump? He does get the bump. Houston's going to beat one. Going for the late challenge, but Oski is too big.
Huge challenge, huge save there by Oski. Has 0 boost, but he's found the fake, and Itachi has just landed on the mid boost off spawn. Oski
Master shot, master shot.
It's a nice pass, but Juicy was one step ahead. Eugen rolls through the bump, finds the 50. Nas into the corner for support. Still 90 seconds. Well, NIP with the golden opportunity, but still 0-0 at this point. Juicy has to control the save. Itachi with pressure. Seiko's got to worry about the bump. See Juicy just rolling across to keep the heat on. Make sure Gentlemates can work it out of defense in style off the transition. So far, this is just going to be a 1 goal. This is a 1-0 game. It's screaming a 1-0 game at this point. Eugen, nice cut. Find a one-on-one. Itachi gets back in support.
Yeah, we'll see if like either team can get a demo around the goal line. We saw Juicy get one, but they didn't have the ball. So we'll see if any of these come up to play. When it's 0-0, usually you're like, all right, guys, we can't get around this defense. We got to go through them and just break them apart. So I think both teams have looked a couple of times for those plays, just haven't capitalized on them yet.
Oh, Juicy, that's a huge touch off the crossbar. Had a free backboard, didn't quite land. It's Nas. Looks for the clear, 30 seconds left. Who will find that all-important goal? Seiko finds one, finds two, is it open? Nas back in time, but it's the delayed shot. It's just not on target. Gentlemates with a great chance. NIP with a great chance down the other.
Ball, he actually goes high with it to keep it alive. Ninjas, it will drop 0-0. Very important kickoff.
I'm really not sure if that was a pass or not. It might be one of those ones gives you know where you go for the shot and then miss. One more. Do you?
Pass. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's a shot on. Oh, straight off the overtime. It's Gentlemates again stealing it. NIP cannot win an overtime to save themselves. The huge dunk from Juicy, and they find the all-important lead.
That's 2 kickoff goals to 0 for the Gentlemates, and guess what? They have a 2-game lead as well in this match. Gentlemates, huge dunk there. I think it was on Nas. So it turns into a pass and a 3-1 command and lead for the mates.
That's huge. That's huge. It's just these games right here. It's 1 goal in an NIP win, Gibbs. It's back to 2-2. You level the series.
Yeah.
Instead, you drop off the kickoff as well, straight off the overtime. And speaking of overtimes, that is the 3rd OT in a row this series that NIP have lost. The only game they win is in regulation.
And Ninja and Pajamas call a timeout here. It could be their last timeout for the open season. If they lose this, their last hope is the LCQ. They will have no way to get to Raleigh at this point. So Ninja's quite literally on their last life to get one of those at-large World Championship bids.